YouTube? It's your boy Vonnie coming back at y'all with another video. So, in today's video, man, I want to get straight into it. But before I get into it, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. We going up. Thank y'all for all the love and support. I appreciate it so much. But what if I told you the thing that's keeping you broke isn't your job? It's not your job. It isn't where you live, and it's definitely not bad luck. It's the fact that you keep starting over. You keep trying to start something new. Most people are addicted to the idea of a new business, a new side hustle, you know, something that they want to try out. But wealthy people, they find something and they repeat it over and over again. You can't just keep trying new stuff. Everything, and there's going to be new stuff that comes out. People are going to give you ideas. People, ooh, it sounds like a good. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Stay on that track. Repetition is boring. That's exactly why it works. Because while everyone is chasing the next exciting opportunity, disciplined people are stacking wins every single day. So if you're not disciplined enough to, you know, get out of bed and go do that boring thing or that thing that you've been doing for the past year and a half, hey, you're not going to make it in life. I mean, the richest people in the world been doing what they've been doing since they was young, since they was in their 20s, since they was in their 30s, and they're in their, 50s and 60s, still doing the same thing, but they're rich. A lot of people like to complain, oh, I've been going to this job every single day for 15, 20 years, and you're still in the same spot. So why didn't you try to start a business and just keep that going, keep that rolling? Because people are scared to take opportunities. People are scared of those opportunities. And then they want to try this and try that and see somebody doing this and try it out. But you had a plan. You had a plan. You had a business idea. You told yourself you were going to be a content creator. You told yourself, go for it. But keep at it. You can't just stop, man. You can't do everything. You can't do everything. You can't own a pressure washing business, a lawn care business, a window washing business. And, you can one day. But when you start off, man, start off with that one business and keep doing that till you grow, till you're well known. You feel me? Because if you're serious about making money and becoming financially free, man, you will start living every single day. It's going to be boring. It is a boring process. The hardest part of the journey isn't the work. It's getting started. Just start. Repetition creates momentum. At the end of the day, when you first begin saving money, going to work, building your business, or hitting the gym, everything feels different. It feels super different. It feels super, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna feel difficult. But after enough repetition, it becomes normal. You wake up in the morning and you got your own business. You've been building that business. Why would you wake up in the morning, you've been building this business, and just all of a sudden say, you know what, today I don't feel like it? Why would you? Just think about it. Just think about it from a business perspective. Think about it from an entrepreneur perspective. You wake up in the morning, you own a business, you got your business, you got an LLC, you went out, you hustled, you got customers, but today you're like, I'm not even gonna do my business today. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Consistency beats intensity. Most people go for it all in 1 week, then disappear for 3 months. Just be consistent. They save money for 2 paychecks, then blow it all in 1 weekend. They start a business, they quit because nobody bought anything in the first month. Stuff takes time, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like to compare like Elon Musk. He been doing the Tesla thing since he got started, and then he was able to move on to the space stuff. Jeff Bezos, he was selling books when he first started. You think he ever thought, man, I'm gonna be able to sell everything in the world? No, he was selling books. But if he never started selling books, he never would have knew, oh, I could also sell these things and this thing. And you know Amazon, man. Repetition makes you better. Nobody is great on day one. If you start, just keep going. Your first sale call is gonna be awkward. Your first video isn't gonna be perfect. You can literally go back on my first few videos on this page and see, man, they look way worse than what they look like now. But that's because I was starting. I was just getting started. So don't worry about looking like, a professional off rip. Do the things that you need to do to get you to where you want to be, but don't quit in the first week. Don't quit in the first month. I say you should give a business 2 years before you even decide. That's even deciding to quit. That's just a decision that you got to make. But 2 years, but honestly, Most businesses aren't profitable until year 5 or 6. And that's just because, you're buying stuff. You got to buy the equipment and everything to get started. You're not even going to be profitable until year 5 or 6. So why would you give up on year 2? That's where the repetition comes in. Because you're looking at your savings or banking account and you're like, man, I'm living paycheck to paycheck and I got a business. But let that business catch up to the profits, man. Let that business catch up. You just need 1 good year. Actually, you just need 3 good months. Honestly, you have 3 good months where you, out of the year, where you're just making consistent income, that could make you last the whole year. Wealth isn't built through boring habits. Nobody posts themselves paying bills. Nobody goes viral because they transfer money into their savings. Nobody celebrates saying no to unnecessary spending. But those boring decisions, those are the decisions that make people wealthy. Rich people often do boring things, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not rich, but I want to be rich. So I gotta live like I am already. And that comes with budgeting, that comes with saving, that comes with learning to invest, learning to work, and repeating it. It's not glamorous, but it's profit. At the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. If you clicked on this video, you're looking for some profit, right? That's what we're here to do. Every dollar has a job. In my eyes, every single dollar has a job. If you don't tell your money where to go, it'll disappear. That's why repetition matters. Every payday, just put some away. Look, just put some away. Put some away. Put some of this away. Look. You can't put, you get paid. You can't put this away. You can't put this away. 220s. Every time you get paid, what are you living for if you can't put 220s away? And then, you get a little bit more, put 320s away. Anything into the savings is what counts, Invest, and then after you get a savings account up, your savings account, and I ain't gonna lie, the savings account is really just for emergency funds. It's just in case something happens. A lot of people like to just spend their money because, they'll figure it out. It'll figure itself out. Why? Why not be sure that, you got some money saved away, your car goes out, you're good. You can pay that instantly. Start saving again, And then secondly, after the 220s, put another 220s into an investment account. Now, you don't have to start that as soon as you start saving. If you're just now starting to save first. And then once you're comfortable, once you can learn a little bit, that's why I speak on learning. Because once you can learn a little bit, you'll be good. You'll be good enough to save. And then you'll be putting 40 in the savings, 40 in investing. And that's every paycheck. And then spend what's left. Whatever's left is what you have to spend. And if you don't have enough to cover bills, then you got to go find this side hustle. You got to go DoorDash for a couple days, pay for them bills, because you can't touch the savings money. You can't touch savings account is a bill. I want you to look at your savings account as a bill. If you don't pay that bill, your savings account goes away forever. That's how I look at it. Imagine planting one seed every week. Eventually, you'd have an entire forest. Money compounds exactly the same way. What's one habit that you committed to repeating for the next 90 days? I'm not gonna lie. One habit that I'm committed to is saving. I want to save. I want to save all my money. This money right here, I have no clue what I'm gonna do with it. No clue. I'm not gonna say I have no clue. I have an idea, but I don't know if that idea is gonna work. But we're just saving for a rainy day. Because what if the opportunity comes? Somebody like, let's go 50-50 on this business. I look at the business prompt. I look at the business idea. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do it. I ain't got no money though. That's why I have some, just in case the opportunity comes. You feel me? It's never bad to have some money in your hand when the opportunity comes. You feel me? For me, discipline removes emotion. Feelings change, systems don't. Some mornings you won't feel like waking up and going to work. Some days you won't feel like saving money. Some days you'll just want to splurge. You know how hard it is to have all this cash and you just can't even touch it. You can't splurge. I ain't gonna lie. When you're building wealth, it's not hard at all. I was gonna say it's hard. It's actually not. It's really not. When I look at this money, I look at this as, in the future, this is gonna be another stack. and then another stack, and then another stack. You feel me? I don't look at this money as, ooh, I can go get me a new pair of shoes. Ooh, I can go get me a new car. Ooh, I can go get me a new shirt, designer shirt. I ain't never said that about my money. You work for your money every day. Every day that you're at work, you work for that money. You spend that money irresponsibly, you don't care about it. And that's cool. That's cool if you don't care. That's cool. I won't be like that. You know, I'm a have that discipline. I'm a stay down until I come up. You know, that's a famous saying. Stay down till you come up. For real. Stay down till you come up. What is the point of spending all your cash and you ain't even got cash to spend? You know, you're living paycheck to paycheck, but you didn't have to buy that Wingstop combo meal. You didn't have to go to Popeyes and get a chicken sandwich, you know? You didn't have to go to Chick-fil-A and get booyah! It's like, nah. But stop looking for the shortcuts. Everyone wants the secret. The secret investment, the secret business, the secret side hustle. There isn't one. There's nothing in this world that somebody's not going to come up to you and be like, ooh, this is the best one. You need to get on this right now. And you make that decision and it turns out to be the best. No. Figure out what you want to do and just do it. The real secret is doing the simple things for years. People underestimate what 5 years of consistency can do. 5 years. I want you to think about it like this. 5 years of your life for freedom. For freedom. Yes, you're going to struggle for 5 years. You're going to struggle so hard. It's going to be so hard to look at that money in your bank account or look at that money in your investment account and look at that money in your savings account and you can't touch it. Not because you actually can't, but it's not part of the plan. It's going to be so hard to look at other people on the internet going on this vacation, this vacation, this vacation. Just know when they get back from vacation, they're broke. They're broke. They have no money. They spent all their money on vacation every time. Don't look at it as, ooh, they're having so much fun in life. Look at it as, man, I'm staying down for 5 years. I'm 23 right now. If I stay down for 5 years, I could be rich by the time I'm 28. That's before I'm even 30. Think about that. If you're 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, you know, you're going to be rich. If you stay the course 5 years before you're 30, you could be rich. And I believe in myself wholeheartedly that I could be rich within 5 years if I just do the things right. Like this is 2 weeks worth of money. 2 weeks worth of money. This right here. Imagine this every 2 weeks for 5 years. And you're not spending. And you find a way to make more money on top of that, you know? I had a thing that I was doing on my 90-day runs where I'll literally take my paychecks, my entire paycheck out of my bank account, put it straight into investment account, high yield savings account. And then any bills, anything that I needed to get done, I would have to go out and DoorDash for. I'm not allowed to spend the paycheck. It sounds like, wow, that's miserable. You literally make money to, you know, spend, to keep it saved away, and then you have to go out and DoorDash or, you know, do Uber Eats or do miscellaneous side hustles just to make ends meet. And it's like, yeah, I'd rather struggle with money than struggle without. You feel me? Like, think about it. I'd rather struggle and know that I have a future with that money than to be at zero and struggling. You know, a lot of people are out here at zero and they're struggling. I'm struggling, but I got that cash that's put away though. I got that cash that's put away. You know, once you start putting this cash away, your identity changes. Eventually you'll stop saying, I'm trying to save money, and you become someone who just saves. You stop saying, I'm trying to build a business, and you just own a business. You know, you don't rise to your goals, you fall back from your habits, you know? Compounding rewards the patience. Money compounds. Everybody knows that. Knowledge compounds. And the more you know about a certain thing, the better off you are. You know, one book, one workout, it won't change your life. One investment won't change your life. Thousands of repeated actions. You have to repeat these actions. Repetition. That's what this whole video is about. Just keep putting it away. Keep on doing that. That's why patience is one of the highest paying skills you can develop, because you have to be patient. Like I said, a lot of people are going to be living their life. They're going to go buy a new car. They're going to be buying houses. They're going to be in debt though. When it comes time for you to buy a house, you're going to be completely fine and you're not saving every single penny. I mean, you're not spending every single penny. You feel me? And then last thing I want to say, man, repetition builds wealth. I mean, success isn't built in one moment. It's built in thousands of moments, thousands of mornings of showing up, thousands of smart financial decisions, thousands of hours improving their craft. Most people never fail because they're incapable. They don't even start. So how can you fail if you never start? People fail at life from the time they turn 18 because they look at a 9 to 5 like this is it. You know, might get a few raises every year, might go to school, pay some debt back, but 9 to 5 is their whole life. If you can master repetition, you'll eventually master your finances. And once you master your finances, you'll build a life most people only dream about. Don't dream about life, man. Put that stuff to action. Remember this, motivation comes and goes. Excitement fades. Perfect plans don't exist. There's no such thing as a perfect way to get out. You have to, get the repetition. Repetition changes everything. You don't need to be the smartest person. You don't need to have the biggest or the best job. You don't need to get lucky. You just need to keep showing up every day, every week, every month for years. And that's how wealth is built. The years are going to pass. The years are going to pass regardless of how you feel, of what you got going on. The years are going to pass. What are you going to do in those years? Are you just going to sit back, relax? Or are you just going to go out, grind every day, save everything you can, and hopefully one day it does work out? You never know. You can save all this, a big event comes and, it knocks you off course. You got to stay the course. But at least you can say you tried, And for me, it ain't never going to be, at least I said I tried. I believe that I will be able to be successful from this knot right here. And then the next knot, and then the next knot. You feel me? So that's really it for the video, man. Like I said at the beginning, man, if y'all can like, comment, subscribe, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.